Good. Good, coach. Yes, sir. A lot of games today. Mikey mic'd up. I'm mic'd up. Don't say nothing crazy. Good time today. Who better, Louisiana or Texas players?
Texas, for sure.
Oh my God.
Texas easily. It's not even close.
Oh my God.
Yes. It's not even close.
First of all, y'all two are products of Texas.
What that mean?
Y'all two are products of Texas. That automatically.
Now you try to joke.
Who better, Louisiana or Texas football player?
Who better, Louisiana or Texas football player?
Tombo. Louisiana football players or Texas?
Louisiana ain't no
Tombo. Hey, who better, Louisiana or Texas football players?
Come on,
Louisiana? He a dog.
Big Texas.
Oh my God. D,
That's good.
who better, Louisiana or Texas football players?
Louisiana or Texas?
Yeah.
I don't know much of both. I ain't gonna lie.
But if you had to pick, what would you go with?
I know more Texas football players.
Hello, boys. It's the largest. I can't keep up. I'm at the break in. Then you shut the guy. Chill, bro. Chill. Oh!
Off the foot.
I've been more tired than walking through than praying.
Love the players mic'd up in the behind the scenes. It's Louisiana Tech, the Bulldogs coming out here now. Fourth-year head coach Sonny Cumbie joins us with offensive lineman Landon Nelson and defensive back Cedric Woods as we continue on with Conference USA football kickoff. Welcome back. Coach, great to see you. Guys, thanks for being here. How are you?
Yeah, great to see you. Glad to be back and excited to get 2025 season kicked off and looking forward to it.
Yeah, I was going to say we're nearing the home stretch here, but a great day here. Frisco at the PGA of America. How's it been for you guys?
It's been phenomenal. This is a great venue for the Conference USA Media Days. I know these two guys partook in the par 3 course last night, so I can't verify any of the scores, whether they were true or not. I was on the putting course with my 12-year-old, so we had that going on last night. So we've all enjoyed it.
See, that's it. You guys got to get out there. I didn't get. Tell me about it.
Oh, we hadn't played golf before, so last night we ran out there for a little bit. Yeah, it was fun. He made his first par.
Look at that.
Got after a little bit.
He's got a great golfing last name, too.
Yeah, Woods. Exactly,
A lot
right.
of people don't know Tiger, my cousin. So, yeah, I had to put on for my guy out there last night.
That's awesome. It's a fun place. I mean, this is an awesome venue. Yeah. I mean, like you said, I mean, the area around here, and it's also a little bit like with a bunch of the teams that we've talked about here in the league and the cities that encompass these great groups. If you don't know about it, like, you got to get out there and check it out, right? I mean, it's pretty cool. What about for you guys at Louisiana Tech?
Yeah, no doubt. It's a great place, and it's for us from a recruiting standpoint. I mean, we just signed a kid from the high school just right across the road at Panther Creek, and so from a recruiting standpoint, this place makes a lot of sense for us. The location to Ruston, and it's a phenomenal place. There's a lot of things to do, and getting out and walking around to be able to spend some time with the other coaches of the league and the other players of these league. I think it's been a great 2 days and an impactful 2 days for these guys, and now we're all doing the same thing now.
Yeah.
You're rounding third, headed towards home from the standpoint of looking forward to getting fall camp started next week.
With all the different coaches and people that you've run across over your career, Coach, do you have like guys that you kind of look up to that you talk on, not say daily basis, but weekly to kind of understand or learn some plays or things like that? Who are the guys that you discuss things with? I was very fortunate, at a young stage in my career to work for Mike Leach, to play for Mike Leach, and to work for him. Also Gary Patterson. I worked 7 years at TCU with Gary Patterson, and then Neil Brown. Those are really the guys, between Coach Patterson and Neil that you talk to a lot and that you bounce ideas off of. And so I'm very fortunate to work with a lot of those guys and to learn from them at a young age in my coaching career. And to have that impact on me has been very instrumental for my career. Now, in the summertime, or did you get a little bit of a break? Did you get a chance to go anywhere, vacation? What about for you?
There's not a lot of breaks.
There was not.
I'm sure all the coaches have probably echoed the same. The calendar is just crazy and hectic, but we do try to get away. And I take the boys. I have a 12-year-old, 9-year-old, and I try to give my wife a reprieve. So I take them away and usually go see my parents, and then usually before fall camp, I'll get away again and take them. And we did go to Cancun in Mexico.
Nice.
The boys went zip lining with my wife. I did not conquer my fear of heights on that trip. So, and they're never going to let me live that down.
Jeez. Well, maybe next time. Yeah, that's fun.
No, there won't be. No,
there's not going to be next time. You won't do it next time either. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to Landon and Cedric in a second, because I want to just talk about some key returners real quick. We've done that with every team. The guys that you're excited to have back on both sides of the ball on special teams. What jumps to your mind to begin?
Well, I think these two guys starting out, I think Ced Woods coming back for his 6th year, his 4th year with us, one of the best corners in the country. I think can impact the game and allow us to do things defensively in terms of man coverage skills that will allow us to be a lot more multiple on defense. And I think he can impact the game on special teams as well. He's been so valuable to us on defense that, but I think as a punt returner can really impact the game. And then I think Landon Nelson, again, his 6th year in college, his 4th year with us. Both of these guys are coaches on the field. Football means a great deal to them. I think being leaders on their respective side of the football means a great deal to them. Landon's very physical. He does a great job in terms of knowing what we're doing and really being the quarterback of our offense in terms of the offensive line. So those are two guys, and that's why they're here in terms of the credibility and what they've done on the field. And I think, and then you go next to the preseason defensive player of the year in Colby Fields.
Oh, right.
Coming back for his 3rd season with us at Louisiana Tech, and really just has phenomenal instincts, and I think plays the game of football, practices the game of football the way it's meant to be played. And then right next to him is Chief Leota, another linebacker that's coming back for his 2nd year. And so Eli Finley is a tight end we have that's coming back for 3rd season, I think one of the best tight ends in the league. And then we have Hayden Chrisman, left tackle, that's coming back. And so I think for us, we've got some key returners and key spots that are really good football players that have grown a lot, that I'm excited to be a part of and to see them play this fall.
Yeah, that's right. Can't forget about that with Colby. I mean, we featured him at the start of this broadcast. Of course, it was like 3 hours ago, so I was like, okay, that's right. He's the defensive player of the year in the preseason. But, yeah, that's good to have him back for sure. Landon, I want to learn a little bit more about you, background. I've been reading a bunch, and you are another player that seems to enjoy hunting and fishing as well, right? Is that some of your hobbies? What else do you like to do?
Yes, sir. Hunting, fishing, and golf outside of football is pretty much all that I got going on.
Okay.
Being from Iowa up there's not a whole lot else to do. A lot of people give me crap for that, but yeah, it's really what I grew up doing outside of football and sports, other sports as well.
Yeah, the outdoors are great. I grew up in Vermont, a small town called Brattleboro at the bottom of the state. And there's this T-shirt that I bought from there. I love it. It says, "Vermont, what happens here stays here." Although nothing ever really happens. So it's like, but you got to go out and enjoy those type of things. What else do you want to do when football is done, whenever it's said and done, your career, your aspirations, goals, what are things that you want to do and achieve?
I'm not so sure really if football will ever be said and done. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get away from it as far as potentially wanting to be a coach, in the future. Being around the games, shape or form, I think is, what I got looking forward to me in the future, but
so we're seeing some highlights here of what's happening in terms of what you got to do with that group on the offensive line. How do you bring them all together as a leader who's played and has all this experience? Just give me a little bit more of an inside, information on what it's like, when people see you out there.
Yeah, I think we had to grow closer as friends first, become a lot closer as a group. I think we've spent a lot of time with each other outside the building, just kind of having our own brand. I think we have lacked identity in the past couple of years, and I think we've really grown that this offseason as a unit, and we're all as close as we've ever been since I've been at Tech. So I think it's really been the biggest thing so far this offseason.
Cedric, you're really the only player to play in the last 2 bowl games, for Louisiana Tech. I mean, that's, and you've got tremendous experience too. What about for you and aspirations? I'm sure to the next level and beyond. What about for you?
Like Coach said, me and Landon, we're an extension of the coaching staff in a sense. So, my biggest thing is just trying to give back as much as I can. And I feel like I got so much to give to the game. So just recently here, I've been thinking about, exploring the option is going into coaching as well. So, that's kind of like a thing that I've kind of been really passionate about lately.
Advice that you would give, Coach, from people that want to get into coaching, what do you say?
Are you sure you want to?
Right.
No, I think you find out really quickly as a coach going through it when you watch players and you watch them, how they prepare and how they go through day to day, and you're like, man, this guy, if he wants to be a coach, would be really good at it. And you've seen enough of them over the course of the years that these two definitely fit that mold. I think they have a passion for the game, and they do a great job of relating in terms of with other people as well.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I've seen a lot and gone to the country calling games and meeting a lot of coaches like yourselves, and it's like, you don't, I mean, you tell us because you know you do it. It's like sometimes the X's and O's are like, 10% of the job. You know what I mean? It's like you want to become a coach. It's not, we're not saying, oh, be careful. Like, it's very hard and there's a lot of wins and losses, a lot of pressure. It's not really about that as much as you're developing young men. You're giving out some skills. You're teaching out life lessons and things. Like, there's like so much more to it than I think people see when they just watch the games on Saturdays. Correct?
Well, I think ultimately anything that you do, why do you do it? We all want to win, and ultimately, your winning is never enough. You always lose too much, and so there's a middle ground of why do you do it, and I think it's still to impact people, whether it's the coaches that you work with, whether it's the players that you're around on a daily basis, and I think the thing that's so gratifying about coaching, even in today's climate, is every day on a daily basis. I think we all draw inspiration from each other in terms of being around these players. They inspire and encourage us. Sometimes just from the standpoint of watching them work on a daily basis, watching them grow and develop despite everything that's going on around them. I think that's what makes us all tick as coaches, and that's what is fun about this game is the people part of it. And the X's and O's, everyone in this conference is great X's and O's starting out. I think it is the fiber that ties everybody together, and everybody meaning our players and our coaches, the chemistry and camaraderie, the belief in doing it. I think that'll allow a team to separate, and that's what I'm excited about these guys, is because I think they understand that, and they understand that they want to build that on a daily basis.
Who are some of those other guys off the field? Best personalities, have great stories, funny. Like, who else can we keep an eye on as we watch you guys this upcoming season?
One guy I would definitely say is our safety, Michael Richard. He's a great personality, guy from New Orleans. Those New Orleans guys got a lot of flair, to him. So yeah, he's another one. Great personality off the field.
Man, there's a lot to choose from with our guys. I think we got a bunch of dudes that are all fun to be around, energetic. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even know where to start, really. I think I've been spending a lot of time with Colby Fields lately, and him off the field's pretty fun to get to know him and stuff, and he's got a good personality, good head on his shoulders.
What are the other things you guys do going out, like hanging out, dinners and all that stuff, but other events or playing games when you're not doing football or practicing? Like, I know there's not a lot of time right now, but like, what are some of the things you guys have done or trips you've been on, or anything like that? Stuff that kind of brings people together.
I think a lot of the guys play golf together. We'll go out and play golf, and not to eat and golf's pretty much all we got to do, all we got time for really in the summer.
Okay. And then just recently here, we had a kickball tournament out in the woods.
Oh, there you go.
It ain't really much to do in Ruston, but I feel like that's the special thing about Ruston. It's really not a lot to do, and so that forces the team to be able to be closer together and build that bond with your teammates. And ultimately, that's what you want. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the best 2K player on the team, so I be busting everybody up in 2K. You know what I'm saying? So it's really fun, just to be able to hang with your teammates and stuff like that.
That was pretty cool with having the video game come out with all the teams. Players. I mean, they did a nice job of that. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Yeah, and sometimes, right, Coach? You fight in certain places, different cities where there's like a million things going on. You get, hopefully, you get that fan base can kind of get dialed in and be like, this is what our town's about.
No doubt. Yeah, I think that we've been able to, over the course of the last 4 years, really attract the players to our team and to our city that value a place. Great place to live. The pace of life is very slow. The people care a great deal about the football team. And I think one of the strengths of our place is, like Seth said, you're able to be around each other all the time. And so we should have a lot of chemistry. We should have a lot of camaraderie because we're around each other all the time. And so excited about this season, in terms of, the fan base. There's a lot of progress going on around our stadium, in terms of new academic center that's being built, and I think our fan base is excited and looking forward to having a winning season as we are as players and coaches.
Well, let's take a look at the schedule here coming up here for Louisiana Tech and what it looks like. We got a few games we highlight, and then there's the national TV coverage, of course, to the right. Coach, break it down for us. Look through it. What's going through your mind?
Well, I think that as a coach, you're excited about the first game because you're excited at what you have. And Southeastern's a really good football team. Coach Selfo's done a great job there, and it's an in-state game. And so anytime you're playing one of those, I think that there's a lot of emotion that goes into it. And so that's going to be a great way to start the season off at Joe Stadium. Next week, we're going to LSU. It's going to be a great environment to play in. A lot of kids on our team know kids at LSU, and so it's going to be a lot of fun going there and playing those guys. And then to come back home and open the conference slate with New Mexico State at home. I think the thing that you look at our schedule, 3 of the first 4 are at home.
Right.
I think it's important for us to get off to a fast start, as everybody says. But when you have 3 of your first 4 at home, you go back on the road, and then we start our midweek games, which they break up very nicely. You know, when you go to Kennesaw on a Thursday night, you don't play Western Kentucky until Tuesday of a week and a half, and then we have, you have that Sam game highlighted there on Halloween on a Friday night. I think it's going to be a great atmosphere in Joe Stadium on Halloween, and so it's always fun to have those. And then 3 of the last 4 on the road. You know, we get to go to Delaware for the first time. We go to Washington State, Liberty at home, and then we finish at Missouri State.
Yeah, that could be pretty cool. You guys Halloween fans? What would we dress up as if you were able to go out? Obviously, you're going to be playing, but
I guess we'll be dressed up the same thing we were when we were little kids out there this year. On our helmets and pads. So.
That's right. Yeah.
The guys on the team always say I look like Frozone from The Incredibles, so I might dress
Incredible.
up.
There you go. There you go. Hopefully it's a post-game celebration or something like that after the win. Yeah. Final things from each of you that people need to know about the town, the university, the experience, things that you've had, so we get to know it better when we watch you guys play, and what Louisiana Tech's all about.
I feel like Ruston and Louisiana Tech is all about family. It's not a big city. It's a small town. Everybody knows each other, and when you walk around with that logo on, it just lets you know like what you represent and what you looking forward to as far as a family aspect, and a great institution as far as getting an education as well, and great sports.
Yeah, I'd say there's a lot of rich history that I was fortunate enough to get to learn about when I first got down there, and I think there's a reason for me staying the 4 years. I love the place. Like you said, it's a smaller town, but it is a big family. Everybody supports the football team, and we're around each other a lot. I think the logo runs a lot deeper than what people would really think, especially what I thought when I first got down there. I've got to learn over the years how much it really means to wear the logo.
Awesome. Cedric, Landon, Sonny, thanks so much.
Yep.
Appreciate it. You guys have a great season.
Appreciate you guys
See
having
you
us
down the
on.
line.
Yeah.